Online people, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. On the road.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Yes, morning, ma'am. So it's good that either what do you call it? Marathon, strive, whatever cannot stop us. As long as lecturer can find their way to the center, you have no issue. Anywhere you are, just connect. Then after the marathon, you can start coming. Or if you still decide to stay at home for today, no problem. We understand. So let's start. So we have started associate last week. And I've explained the main difference between the associates and so we have explained the difference between associate and the subsidiaries, I mean. Now, the only difference is just the equity method that will make the normal associates different from, normal group or subsidiary different from the associates. And last weekend, we have done the equity aspect of it. For the sake of those who are just joining or you missed that class, no, the video is on the drive. Let's quickly look at it very briefly. When we say equity, what? Method. I said we are going to start with what? The cost of investment. In what? In associates. How much do we call that cost of investment? We are talking about hope, saints, and who? And hope. That's the question. Hope, saints, and hope. So you can see that we have three different companies, different from two companies you have been working on for a while now. So how much is the cost of investment? 40,000. Are you sure? Online, we are not talking. Someone said it's 40,000. No, don't ask him how or when. It's 90. Correct. Is it 90 or 40?
90.
It's 90.
Okay, 90. So after the 90, what else do we do? We say share of profits. Yes or no? How much is the post profits? Who is the associate in this question? Who is the associate? You see, saints or hope? Hope. So hope is the associates. Hope is the associates. So go to the hope profits. How much is the profits for the year? Profit for the year. Let me share the question with you. Profit for the year. And with you, my people, no time to waste. So we have to move very fast. Oh, yeah. Michelle. Can't you see it? See?
50,000.
They said it's 50,000. No. Page what are we saying? Page 7. You will see Pope, Saints, and Hope. Go to retain earning in that question. Can we also read the retain earning? You will see as at 30th September 2018. Can we see it? How much do we have for Hope?
410,000.
110,000.
110. Then you will see for the year ended. Any time you hear for the year ended, for the period, for the year, for the period, that is the profit as at that for that 1 year. Or it's less than 1 year. It can be 6 months, it can be 1 year, it can be 3 months. But for that period you are working with, that is the profit for that period. And except for the year ended, which is 50,000. That 50,000 is the current profit. Or we can call it post-retained earnings, which is 50,000. 50,000 times, what is the percentage of Pope in Hope?
It's 30%.
30%. So that would be 30%. When you multiply it together, what do you get? Yeah.
15,000.
15,000.
3,000.
10,000. So we add it together, that would give us 105,000. Are we together? Then less what? Less dividend paid. In that question, they said no dividend was paid in the year, no be so? So no dividend was paid, so that would be 0. When you take it away from there, whatever you get is 105. Like I said, this 105 is going to where? Is going to non-current assets as investment in associates. Take note of that figure. Then this figure is going to what? Parent retained earning as part of their share from where? From the associate. Are we getting that just now?
Hello, please, sir. Hello,
What
sir.
is it? Yes.
I don't have the question with me, so please, I'm still speaking.
You're not having the question, okay? Are you not on the platform? Or you are?
I'm just
Check
ready
it.
for the first time. I'm ready for the first time.
Are you in FR group? I've added you now.
Yes,
Check.
you have it added.
I dropped that question yesterday because you don't know the one we are talking about. Let me tag it for you. This is the question we are talking about. That's the question. I just drop it now. So that's the question we are working on. Go to the page 7. You will see Pope, Saints, and Hope. Are we together now? After that, what is the first note we have? What is the first note we have? Oh yeah, what is the first note?
Access and transaction.
So that is intercompany transaction. Pope. Is it Pope that sold?
Yeah.
So Pope. Okay, sales. Sold to who? To Pope. So the price is 27 million. That is the cost. You must know the cost of what they sold to each other. After that, you must know the value of unsold. What is the value of unsold there? Is there any information about what it is remaining in the inventory? So what did they tell us?
Saints had marked for this goes by 50% of course.
They didn't tell us anything that is in the inventory. They will tell you now. They said what? 1/3.
Yeah.
1/3, 1/3, 1/3 of this? 1/3 of 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 1 What is the meaning of 1/3? Eh? 1/3 times 27 million. What do you get when you multiply? 9 million is unsold. But that's not the end. You have gotten the value of unsold. You now go to what? Unrealized profits. Unrealized profit simply means the markup. They said it's markup, abi?
Yes.
So it's either markup or margin. So here is the markup. Markup at what percent? At 50% on cost. That would be 50 over 100 plus 50 multiplied by 9 million. This value of unsold. What do you get? Oh yeah, no time.
30, 30,
It can't be 30.
30,000. Yeah.
It can't be 30. Oh.
30 million.
It's 3,000.
3,000.
3
3
million.
million rather.
3 million.
3 million.
Yeah.
3 million. So 3 million is unrealized what? Profits. And when you want to treat it, you know what to do? You remove it from the inventory and you also remove it from the person that is selling. Who is selling? Sales. So you remove it from the retained earning of the seller. What's the note again? Apart from that. Okay, we have not even done goodwill in this question, Abi. We didn't do goodwill last week. Okay, so goodwill should have been the first thing we're supposed to do, but no while. So we want to calculate the goodwill now. Let me snap this. So computation of goodwill. We will start with purchase what? Purchase consideration. And how much is that? How much is purchase consideration? So we cannot calculate goodwill for Hope. Are we getting that now? Why? Because Hope is an associate. The only thing we can do with Hope is that equity method. And we are done with the equity. So we now go back to normal way we have been doing it. We want to calculate goodwill on Saint because Saint is a normal what? Normal subsidiary. So how much do we purchase Saint or acquire Saint? Eh? We are, no time. Online, wake up. Is it because we are not physical today? Kende and Co. Oh yeah. How much is the purchase consideration?
$90 million.
Are we sure? For Saints, not for Hope. Purchase consideration. I think we calculated that last weekend now. Have we?
Yes.
We calculated it. Was it 90 million? Because whatever you give me, that's what I'm going to write to.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, 90.
Can we calculate it again?
Who wants us to calculate it again?
Me.
Me.
People were not talking. No, it's me. I was not in class last weekend. Sorry, sir.
Why you?
Me too. Me too.
Hey.
Please help us calculate it again.
Me too, sir.
You people should be in class, so I've been putting it on the platform. Okay.
It's only me
What?
that was not in class. Yeah.
Okay now. Oh, voila. May is very close.
Thank you, sir.
Can you read that question 10 for us, the beginning part? That's the beginning part. Let's look at it.
On 1st October 2018, Pope acquired the following non-current investments: 30 million equity shares in Cent by an exchange of 1 share in Pope for every 2 shares in Cent plus 1 naira 25 kobo per acquired Cent share in cash. The market price of each Pope share at the date of acquisition was 6 naira, and the market price of each Cent share at the date of acquisition was 3 naira 25 kobo. 30% of the equity shares of Hope at a cost of 7 naira 50 kobo share. The summarized draft statement of financial position of the 3 companies at 30 September 2019 are as presented below. All figures are assumed to be correct.
Okay. I think that's okay. We just need that first part. That's just what we need. So it means this consideration here, this percentage consideration we want to find now is in 2 ways. They said 30 million equity shares in Saint by an exchange of 1 share in Pope for every 2 shares in Saint, plus 1.25 per acquired Saint share in cash. So we have 2, cash and what? And buy shares. So let's look at the shares first. Shares acquisition. They said they acquire how many percent? They acquire 30 million shares. In who? In Saint, Abi? They acquired these shares in Saint. Which means this is the total shares Saint is going to give Pope for acquiring. And since they are going to give 30 million shares to who? To Saint. How many share will Pope give to this person? This is Saint. Saint is giving this. Then Pope will give 1/2 times 30 million shares. That will be what? That's 50 million shares. Because the question is, they will be giving 1 and they will be collecting 2. Are you getting that now? So, Saint will give.
No, sir. See, I'm sorry. The time just explained that 1/2 times.
Check the question, is there. Saint will give 1 share. Is it the question? 1/2 is there. They say 1 of what?
Okay.
Go to the question. For every 1 share in Pope, for every 2, Abi? 1 share in Pope for every 2 shares. Is it the question? That's why we got 1/2. So it means Saint will give 2. Pope will give 1. Why? Because the share price of Pope is more valuable than what? Than the one of Saint. Do you understand? It's like we want to change now. You have iPhone, I have Android. If you want to change, I will bring 2 Androids to get 1 iPhone. So the same thing happened here. They are given 30 million shares, and these people will give 50 million shares. That is the agreement between the 2 of them. But now we want to calculate the purchase consideration. Who is buying who in this question? Who is buying who? Is it Saint that is buying or Pope that is buying?
Pope is buying.
Pope is
Pope
buying.
is buying.
If you want to calculate purchase consideration, it should be on the person that is buying. You understand now? If I give 2 Android phone to you, and you give me 1 iPhone, if you are the one that is acquiring me, we will value the purchase consideration using the iPhone price. But if I'm the one acquiring you, I will use the 200 I'm giving to you to value the purchase consideration. Are we good to go now? So this is what is happening. So because Pope is the one acquiring, we will need to calculate purchase consideration on the shares they are giving. So they are giving 50 million shares. How much is their market price? Is the question. How much is the market price of who? Of Pope. Do you understand now? How much is the market price of Pope? 6 naira.
6 naira.
So when you multiply, what do you get? We are punching calculator, punch. 90. That is how we got that 90 million as purchase consideration. Do we understand? That's how we got the 90 million. But 90 million naira is only for who? For share. It's actually more than shares. They acquire via shares and what? And cash. Can you see it in the question? In the question, they said plus a cent plus 1.25 per acquire cent share in cash. In cash. What is the per acquire cent share? That is, how much of the cent share did they acquire? How many? How many cent share do they have? They have 30. It's not 150, it's 30. They have 30 shares. Are we getting this question at all? This is
It's
cent.
confusing, yeah.
This is cent. This is Pope. Pope is giving how many? 15. But because they are the one buying it, we have to value it at 50 million share per 6 naira. Then they now said they will now look at it per cent acquired. That is what Cent gave to them now. The 30 million shares Cent gave to them, they will now value it in cash. So it means they are giving them 30 million shares. Multiply by what? 1.25. What do you get?
$37 million to 500.
37.5. So this is cash consideration. This is share consideration. Are we getting that gist now? So the acquisition is by shares and by cash. Another thing we need to look at again is this. 90 million naira is not divided into 2 again. There's what we call ordinary shares. Ordinary shares. And there's what we call share what? Share premium.
Share premium. Share premium.
This thing is divided into 2 because we are using market what? The market price. Yeah. Go back to the question. How much is the normal share of Pope? How much is the nominal value of share?
1 naira.
It's 1 naira. But when they want to sell, at this point, the market price is what?
6 naira.
The difference is what we call what? Premium.
Premium share, share premium.
So addition of the 2 will give us that 6 naira. So we have 1 naira and we have 5 naira. So if you want to calculate it separately now, which we are going to do later, is going to be 1 times 15 shares. That will be what? 50 million naira. Then 5 times 15, that will be 75 million naira. Addition will still give us what? 90 million naira. Is there anything we are not understanding now? So what will that be our total purchase consideration now?
How did you get the 1 naira per share in the question?
In the question, go and look at the financial position. Under the equity, you will see equity share of 1 naira.
Okay, yes, I've seen it. Thank you.
Sometimes they will put it as 0.5. Sometimes they will put it as 2 naira. Sometimes they will put it as 1.5. You just have to make sure you understand what the question is saying.
Okay, so if it is 0.5, that means it will not be share premium, and there will not be share premium.
There will be share premium now. If it's the 0.5 before, and now they sold it for how much? They valued it at 60. So it means this one will be 0.5.
Okay.
5.
Be 5.5. Okay.
That will be total of what? For 6 naira. Are we good to go?
Okay.
So how much is our purchase consideration now?
90.
90 plus 120.
What is our purchase consideration?
90 plus 37.5.
What is the total? What is our purchase consideration?
127,500.
27.5.
500.
127.5. Any question on that? How much is our purchase? How much is our associates?
Sorry, how did you get this one asking 7.5?
Total 90M plus 37.5M. That is 127.5. Any other issue?
No.
This figure plus 90, what do you get? Let me add 90 to it.
Two 17.5.
217.5. Okay, 217.5.
Please, sir, I have a question.
Total investment in Saints and Hope.
Please, sir.
Yes.
I have a question on the share premium and the ordinary share. Can you come again? I don't really get that part.
Come again. What area do you want me to come in? Which one you don't understand there?
As the share premium, the division and the multiplication there, I understand that you said the nominal value minus the market price. What did you multiply by it to get the 15 and the 75M?
1 naira multiplied by shares. 5 naira multiplied by shares.
Okay, thank you. Sure.
Yes, so we want to calculate the other part of it now.
Sir, did you help us to snap it?
Check the group.
Okay. Because I'm using this phone, one phone, so that's why.
Okay, so NCI. What method they ask us to use for NCI? What method are we using for NCI? What is the policy? Sharp. No time. Oh.
They said goodwill was impaired by 10%.
Before the goodwill impairment, what is the non-controlling interest? You need to go and watch the videos, don't worry. When you watch all the video we have done so far, don't worry. Because I don't join it today, I will give you access to all those videos.
It was not stated though.
It was not stated.
Yes.
But do you have any information about the non-controlling interest in the question? Let's go back to the question.
Information.
They said the market price of Pope share at this date was 6 naira, and market price of Saint at this date of acquisition is 3.5. Yes or no? No information, but there is information. They did not tell us the group policy, but there is an information about it. The examiner is silent, but there is information. Do you understand now? So they have given us the share price of Saint to be 3 point what? Oh yeah. 3 point what?
25.
3.25. That is the share price of Saint. But if you look at it now, how many shares of Saint have been acquired? How many shares of Saint have been acquired from that question? Shares.
30 million.
30 million. 30 million shares of Saint have been acquired. Out of what? What is the total share of Saint?
40.
40
million.
Their total share is 40, and they have taken 30. If you want to put it, it means this 40 million was owned by two people. Abi? Who are who?
Parents and NCI.
Parents and NC.
And NCI. Which means 30 for who? And making what? You will now value the remaining NCI at what? At 10%. I mean, at 3.25. That's non-controlling interest. So 10 million shares. When you multiply, what do you get? 32.5. Cross check. We are all good. So this place is clear now, Abi. It's clear.
So sorry, I want to ask a question, please.
I'm with you.
Yes, I'm trying to struggle to get where you got 40 million shares, please. From the question.
From the question, in that financial position is there.
Where you have equity shares of
Equity
1
shares
naira.
of 1 naira.
I will say this now.
From the financial positions information under equity shares of 1.
Of Pope.
Yeah, in that place, I'm seeing 100, 40, 40. That's about 180.
Are they the same company?
40 is for Saint.
Okay, I get you now.
Okay.
We're talking about Saint. So the addition is 160, right? What is the next thing after this?
Share.
People should be reading a go. Read Watch the video if you are not clear. By now, you should be on fire now. Net asset, just 2 months to go. Net asset of who? Of sales on salt. So what are the net assets you want to put here?
Share capital.
Share
Other
capital.
Share capital. How much is the share capital?
40,000.
150,000. Is it 40 or 140? 40, right?
It's 40, yes, sir.
Okay, you can put another sign there. After share capital, what is the next?
share
Retained
premium.
earnings.
Retained earning. We call it retained earning. Pre-acquisition retained earning, Abi. How much is pre-acquisition retained earning for this question? For sales at the date of acquisition?
60 million.
Are we sure it's 60 million?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
As at September 2018, Abi? Yes. 60 million.
Yes.
60 million. Any other thing? Is there any other thing?
No.
Is there any like
No.
additional
No.
information, whatever? No fair value adjustment, Abi?
Yes, sir.
So let's add these two together. What do we get? 100, Abi? So instead of writing that 100 here, you can just simply put it here. 100. So that we can take it away from there. So when you put that, you will get what? 60. So we have
impairment.
We have impairment, sir.
10%.
10%.
Is it the question?
Yes.
Where is the proof?
We that when the debt said 2018, we have so and at the end, debt said 2019.
Not at the end. For the year ended.
For the year end, yeah. For the year, the debt said 2019. We have 59 million.
It's simple now. It's not the same thing you have been explaining. Who can explain that one? Retained earnings.
Like pre and post.
Pre and post.
Yes.
So they are the previous one that you have been carrying forward from the previous year is the pre. The one you have for that year is this. So 160 is for pre. For post, that is the current year, is 29. So when you add the two together, you put it here. That is the total retained earnings.
Thank you.
All right. So after that now, they said there is an impairment. We are testing associates and impairment now. So this one is unimpaired what? Unimpaired goodwill. Or you can just put goodwill there. Then we have impairments. Impairment at what? As 10%. So it will be 10% of this. That will give us what? 6.
Yes.
The impairment will reduce the value of the goodwill. So your goodwill will now remain what? So we can call this one 54. We can call this one goodwill now. Unimpaired goodwill. Any question? That's all they are looking. Any other question?
Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir. You come.
I what? I what? Let's continue, I beg. There's no additional. There's no additional information. The network is not good. We can't hear you. You're saying. Do we have any other additional question in the question? No, Abby.
Yes.
That's the end of the note. So we go now.
No.
On
But they are group sales, though.
Huh?
They are group sales.
Have we not done that one? Is it not the one of 27,000? Huh? We've done it, Abby. I just joined the class. Consolidated retained earning. You have as per waiting. As per statement. How much is that? For hope, we do. For sales, we do. For hope, we don't have to do it. We only focus on equity method. Once you are done with that equity method, that is the head association. Do you understand? So for hope, what is their retained earning as per statement? To do this now as per statement, you are going to have for 2018 and 2019. So when you add the two together, what do you get? Yeah, no time. Don't write yet. When you add the
2.5.
It's 9.
For sales,
It's 9.
have the 89.
For Pope, 252.5.
52.9 for Hope.
2.9.
0.5. 5.
How about sales?
89.
89.
Yeah.
60 plus what?
29.
89.
Okay. So that is their total retained earning. In some question, they will not break it down like this. They will just give you the total retained earning, you bring it here. But here, they are breaking it down for you. So no issue. You will come here, you will say pre-acquisition retained earnings. This one doesn't have, Abby?
Yes.
You don't need to have that. You don't need to put it on that pool. You only focus on the subsidiary. How much is the pre-acquisition retained earning for sales? 60.
60.
We will less that one from it, have you? Now, Saint sold to who? To who? And there's a realized profit how much?
3 million.
Now, unrealized profit will be removed from the retained earning of the seller. Because that profit has not been what? Has not been found. So that we will not overstate the profit. After that, what again? What again do we have?
Sir, you say Pope does not have pre-acquisition everything.
It may have, but you don't need it. Just ignore it.
Okay.
You only focus on the subsidiary.
Okay.
What again do we have? Is there any other information we still have that we have not done? Nothing again, Abby. So all we just have to do. What do you get?
26.
26, Abby. Then come here. Then you come here, share what? Share profits.
Post retained earnings.
Share profits. Of post retained earning, I mean, of post retained earning. So when you
Sorry,
want to,
please, I have a
what is the percentage of Pope in sale? 75.
please,
So
I have a question.
Pope will be taking 75%. What are they sharing? They are sharing the what?
The profits.
Which is this figure? Post retained earnings, which is 26, I mean. So when you bring that here and you share, that's 19.5. That's 19.5. What again are we bringing here? There's a profit, share profit. From what? Associates. Do you remember? How much is that? I said you are going to bring it here as part of profit because we are doing it for Pope now, which is the parent. Everything that relate to it, you have to bring everything here. Do you understand now? What again do we have in that question? What again? There's an impairment. Impairment of how much? 6 naira. Impairment will be deducted from the parent because we will have reduced.
Hello, sir. Please, I want to ask, how did you get the 15?
Do you start the class with us, sir?
Yes, I did.
Go to the associate equity. Go and see it there. That's where we started. So share profit from associate.
Thank you, sir. Same.
Then 6 for what? For the impairment. What again do we have to put there again? Is there any other additional information there? Unrealized profit have been treated here because Saint is the seller. Assuming Pope is the seller, we reject it out here. We wouldn't have done it here. But since you have done it here as the seller, that's the end of that. The other leg will go to inventory. Any other thing? Nothing. Oh yeah, addition. What do we get?
Sir, sorry, the goodwill impairment, are we treating it under the subsidiary or parent?
28.5.
Under the parent.
Parent. Okay. Thank you, sir.
28.5.
Oh, 281. 281.
How's it 281?
There's no 0.5.
There's no 0.5.
Just 281.
That's the end of it. Any other thing? Then we do the NCI. We do the NCI. NCI as per what? As per statement. How much is NCI? You go to the goodwill computation. Abby, what do we have there for NCI?
32.5.
32.5. Then share profit. Share profit, this figure, 26 times balance of this percentage, which is 25%. 6.5. When you add it, what do you get? 39. So that is the end for that. We can now start consolidating them together. Can start consolidating them. Can we try that within 5 minutes? Can we try to consolidate? I know some people will be writing, they will not consolidate. They will see it as an opportunity to write. But let's see those who can consolidate, try it, and let's see maybe it will agree. Under 5 minutes. Okay, under 3 minutes. By 9, we will do that and then move to another class.
Sir,
Have you,
I have a question.
What's the question?
How did we get this 75% that we used to share the profits?
Are you not joining the class?
No, sir.
Can someone help me to explain to him, please? That is the group structure. Go and check the group structure in the question. We have done that one last weekend. Okay, can we continue? No time. So the name of the company is Pope Abi. Pope Group. So consolidation. Of financial position. September 20 what? 19. You can write September in full when you're writing your own. So that your mark also will be in what? In full. When they are marking your own. You start with non-current assets. So there's PPE there. Yes. Property, plant, and what? And equipment. Look up and see. For parents, how much? For Pope, how much is the property plant? 4,000. Eh?
4,000.
184. For subsidiary,
104.
they are not too hard. Because it's an associate, you have nothing to do with associate. So, and there's no fair value adjustment. As soon as there's a fair value adjustment, what do? You have. Then you put this one here. So addition of these two is what?
364.
38.
88. I hope you don't have hope to it.
Yes, sir. Just agree that about preparing subsidiary and associate.
Watch the video. Don't worry, everything is on that video. You know, if you just come to the class today and you understand what we are doing, it means you have been playing since on this one for almost 2 months. It means you have just been playing. You understand? So it is normal. But when you go to the video and watch, and there's no question, but there can't be question again because the video are well treated. You have done about 2 months now. After property plan and equipment, what next?
Goodwill.
Goodwill, but we have other investments.
Yes.
Other investment.
Other investments. Other investment. The total investment we have in Hope and Saint is how much?
130.
Minus when we now calculated our whole, we said associate, which is Hope,
Looking
was
at
9.
the terms of like clothes now.
This consideration for.
We're looking at the terms of something like clothes.
Taiwo, mute your mic. You can see they are talking. You have been asking questions. Addition of those two minus this, what do we get? What's the addition of that? What's the addition of that two first?
Is what?
What's the addition of those two figures first? Saints and the Hope.
127.5.
Yeah, my people.
127.5.
127. No. 90 plus the one of Saints. Investment in Hope and in Saints. What is the total figure?
That's 7,500.
Eh?
That's 7,500.
Can we to 90 to 37.5? That is 127.5.
It's 127.5.
So, well, we say we should have a investment so
We need to have this.
20 million. And the public commission says is 127.5. That's just
200 and 207.5.
Where is the figure coming from?
The associate it was 90 million, Abi?
Yes.
For what's the name? For Saint. We have 90 plus cash. How much is the cash?
37.5.
So addition of the two. Which one is bigger? This one is bigger, Abi? So it means there's no other investment somewhere. Do you understand? But 90 plus 90 give us what?
180.
180 plus this one. So we don't have any issue with that. Are you sure that's what this is what we are? Where do you see this one? Where do you see this one?
Now this is the question.
What do you see?
Investment in Saint and Hope.
132,000, whatever. So leave that one.
It's not that investment.
So just leave it. So what's the next one? No, before goodwill.
There's investment in equity instruments.
Investments in equity.
That's
65, Abi?
Yes.
What? Then goodwill. How much is goodwill?
54.
Eh?
54.
54. When you add everything together, what do you get?
Are we not putting
Sir.
investments in associates?
Oh, thank you.
Investment in associates.
Investment in associates. How much is that? 105.
105.
105.
What again? Is that all? When you add all the four together, what do you get?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So you said anytime we have other investment that we should deduct it from our purchase consideration. Whatever we have should be our other investment. So how come we are not applying it?
Which one is higher? Which one higher? Or which one?
Two and seven is higher.
Go to the equity. Someone is. Can you mute your mic, Mr. Ise? I mean, who is someone? Can we all mute our mic, please? Yes. This is what we have on the statement now. And this is what the total investment you have. So this one is already more than this now. It's only when this one is now more than this, we say you have other investment that you are going to recognize. Do we understand it now? When you add this together, what do you get? 540. 512. Then current assets.
Hello, sir. I want to ask a question. Are you saying in subsequent occasion when the other investment is having a negative sign, we should not bother including it in the consideration?
That's a simple answer to it. Because your asset cannot be negative now. Can you be having asset that is negative?
Okay, thank you, sir.
What are the items under current assets?
We have inventory.
Inventory. For parents, how much?
69.
69.
Yes.
For
62.
other one?
For sales, 62.
What next am I supposed to do here now?
Less impairment and unrealized profit.
Unrealized profit.
How much is unrealized profit?
3 million.
So what is the total after that? One to 50.
128.
1 to 50. Are you sure?
128. Yes, 128. So
After inventory, what next?
Trade receivables.
How much for parents? 32 plus 15. Total
47.
47. What again?
That's what we have after.
We have total assets. Total assets is what? Total assets.
67.
687.
We have 611.
Equity and liability. So for everything we have share capital, abi? For parents, how much?
115. That will be 100 plus 15.
100 they have before, Abi.
Yes, sir.
But now they have acquired additional 15. Abi? So when you add that 15 to it, that's 115. There's a share premium. That will be 75. From the question, Abi, you all remember we got the 75 million. Then we have consolidated retained earning. Consolidated retained earnings. How much from our calculation? 281. Abi? Then we have our NCI. From our calculation, how much? 90. Is it 90 or something?
39.
So add all these four together. What we get? That's the total equity. What do you get?
510,000.
510. They will not have the ability under this slide. Okay, so we have liability. Is it current or not current? How about current? Do we have current? We don't have current. We don't have current.
We have current. We have.
We have current. We are current.
That's 80 plus.
80 plus 42.
80 plus 42.
That's 112.
112. No current.
Size 122.
122.
Yes.
Then non-current. What do we have there?
That's 7% loan.
7% loan.
Loan note.
That's 50 plus 10.
50 plus 10.
50 plus 10.
That's 60.
That's 60. What again? That's
That's all.
so total liability. What is total liability now? 182. So total equity and liability. 692. This one between this and this is what? Suppose negative what? 5. Negative 5. Are we sure this is what they gave us? Eh? The difference of this is 5,000. Well,
The 2175 by 1,675 the completion of
why are we not getting this figure?
No, now that was the figure for the last one that was the other investment. So,
Don't understand.
Now that was what I was saying.
5 million, sir. Hello,
What is
sir.
purchase consideration for Saints?
for Saint is 127,500. Then you said the value is 9,000.
127.
For Saint.
That's the difference, sir.
7,500.
127,500.
But because we added it with 90, that's how it goes.
That 90 is already here now.
That's what we're saying.
You know, the 90 is already here. So if you took out 90, you are double counting it.
Exactly. So
I
now
thought I was saying, sir.
So what is now the difference between these two?
It's 5,000.
Sir, please help adjust the boards.
So this plus this is what?
$517.
517, have you?
Yes.
Yes.
Then this one will be
This one will be done.
690.
690. Yes.
So we
So
can't
we
take,
can't take,
mute your mic,
put
please.
your mic, please.
Can't take
Can't
this,
take this.
You can move on. Yeah.
we can't take this, you understand?
Yes.
And then still add this one to it. So if you add this plus 90, and 90 is already part of this, what we have done to this investment in associate is 90 plus 15 to give us this 105. So if you go this first way, you are double counting that 90 and to be giving you the error message. So it's not more than that. Let's look at it within 5 minutes. Then we'll take another question.
Oh.
By 9:20, we'll start.
Hello, Mr. Matthew, can you mute yourself so that you can move on before we can see the board, please?
Pin House of Accountants. Pin House of Accountants. So that even if any other person is talking, it will not disturb you. Pin House of Accountants. Go to the House of Accountants, you will see 3 dots. Click on that 3 dots. You will see pin. So pin House of Accountants. So that the screen can be stable for you. So this thing is already on the platform. No time. So that's the end of the associate. There's nothing much in the associate. But for us to be all right, I'm going to give one classwork now. All you just want to do is to calculate the equity method. Once you are done with the equity method, you go and consolidate it at home. The video is on the drive. So once you are done with the calculation, I will now upload the video on the drive. You can now go and see from the beginning to the end how we treated that question. Are we good to go now? So that we can move to another one. No time to do. We have less than 3 months to round up the class. That should be what year is that? November 2020, question 1. November 2020, question 1. If you are there, I'm there. November 2020, question 1. So someone will help us to read it from online. I've dropped it already. Help us to read it.
Alright, so question 1. The financial statement of Honorable Lekpa and Opeke as at December 31st, 2018 are as follows. All figures are assumed to be correct. So, additional information 1. Honorable PLC acquired 50 million ordinary shares in Lekpa PLC, Lekpa Limited in January 2013 for 25 million naira, when the retained earnings of Lekpa Limited were 5 million naira. Additional information 2. At the date of acquisition of Lekpa Limited, the fair value of its period property was considered to be 10 million naira, greater than its value in Lekpa Limited's statement of financial position. Lekpa Limited had acquired the property in January 2013, and the building elements, comprising of 50% of the total value, is depreciated on costs over 40 years.
Please, let me see reading form, please.
November 2020.
Question what?
Question 1. Number figure 3. Honorable PLC acquired 5.6.
It's which question?
Can you hold
Question
on?
1.
Can you hold on? Let me try to send that already. Okay, so you can go on now. We can
Alright,
open
sir.
it. Start again, sorry.
Okay, so question 1. The financial statement of Honorable Lekpa and Opeke as December 31st, 2018 as follows. So all figures are assumed to be correct. So additional information 1. Honorable PLC acquired 50 million ordinary shares in Lekpa PLC Limited in January 2013 for 25 million naira, when the retained earnings of Lekpa Limited were 5 million naira. Figure 2. At the date of acquisition of Lekpa Limited, the fair value of its freehold property was considered to be 10 million naira greater than its value in Lekpa Limited's statement of financial position. Lekpa Limited had acquired the property in January 2013, and the building elements, comprising
That's
of
not
50% of the
question
total
one
value,
is that
is
November is
depreciated on
Dogoyaro.
cost over 40 years.
Please, that question is not is Dogoyaro, not Lekpa Limited. That's what I'm seeing. November, if it that, sir.
Check the group again.
Check the new post on the group.
You see the question.
That's November 2020, not the one you have.
At the date of acquisition
Additional
of
information 3. The PLC acquired 5.625 million ordinary shares in Opeke Limited on January 1st, 2017 for 12.5 million naira, when the retained earnings of Opeke Limited were 3.7 million naira. Additional information 4. Lekpa Limited manufactures components used by both Honorable PLC and Opeke Limited. Transfers were made by Lekpa Limited at cost plus 25%. Honorable PLC had 2.5 million naira inventory of these components at December 31st, 2018. In the same period, Honorable PLC sold goods to Opeke Limited of which Opeke Limited had 2 million naira in inventory as at December 31st, 2018. Orabo PLC had marked these goods up by 25%. Additional information 5. The goodwill of Lepa Limited is impaired and should be fully written off. An impairment loss of 2.3 million naira is to be recognized on the investment in Opeke Limited. Additional information 6. Non-controlling interest is valued at full fair value. Lepa Limited shares were trading at 1 naira 60 kobo just prior to the acquisition by Orabo PLC. Required. Prepare the consolidated statement of financial position of Orabo Group for the year ended December 31st, 2018.
All right, thank you. This is a question from May 2020, for November 2020. November 2020. November 2020. Are we good to go? So I'm going to do all the workings now. When you get home, you will consolidate. And that is the last question. So to consolidate, you watch the video. When you complete it yourself and you're able to balance it or not balance, you can go back to the video and watch. But once you consolidate and the team agree, you don't need to bother yourself again. You are now. Doesn't take time to become a blue. And that's what I'm saying now. So that's why once we are done with it and you can consolidate, it means you are getting there. Some people are still coming late, and some people are still joining late. And they want you. Okay. Group structure. We are starting from the fresh one now for those who are just joining. So the first step is to get the group structure. So to get the group structure, there are 3 companies there. We have Orabo. We have Lepa. We have Opeke. Orabo is the one that is acquiring all these companies. We now need to know what is the group structure. By God's grace. Even from the word, the way they put them, the one they give them name, you know that Orabo will be the parent to all this one. So from the group structure, what is the group structure between Orabo and Lepa? Are we giving the?
They didn't give us the percentage.
Assuming they can just say 75-60. They can say 75-10. That is the group structure. But in this case, we have to calculate it ourselves. So how are we going to do that? We look at it. What is the total shares for Lepa?
25 million.
25 million shares.
5 million.
Is it naira or share?
Naira.
25 million naira does not mean 25 million shares. We have to confirm it. How much is nominal value per share? Okay.
1 naira.
When you now divide it, that will give us
5 million shares.
Okay, yes, it is 25 million shares. We will now say, okay, out of 25 million shares, Orabo acquire how many out of this?
15 million shares.
15 million out of 25 million shares. So that would be 50 over 12, 50 over 25 multiplied by 100%. What do we get?
50.
Multiplied by 100%. 60.
60%. Yes.
As long as it's up to 51%, there's control. So 60%, that means Orobo is a parent to who? To Lepa. Go to the second one. Total shares. For who? For Peke. What is total shares for Peke?
18 million.
18,750,000 naira.
18.7. Or let's say 750, Abi. Million naira, right?
Yes.
Does not mean that is the number of shares they have. What is the nominal value for share?
1 naira.
1 naira.
And you divide it, it will still give us the same amount, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Million shares, Abi?
Yes, sir.
We will now say, okay, 18,750. Oh, sorry. 18,750. How many shares did they acquire out of this 18? Eh?
5 million. 5 million.
5 million. 5 million.
625.
Am I right this way?
Yes.
Multiply. What do we get? What do we get? We are. Multiply it 100%. Eh? 30%.
30.
30%. So it's not up to 51%. It's not up to 51%. So Orobo is not a parent to Opeke. Opeke is just an associate. Do you understand now? So they don't have control over Opeke. They only have small investment. Do you understand
Please,
now?
how do we get it?
This thing is different
Sorry, how
from.
do we get-
How do we
sorry,
get
please, how
what?
do we get it? 5 million.
Are you sure you read the question?
Question.
Go and read the question.
Okay.
So this
Okay,
thing you
sorry.
ask, like the husband with the wife and who? No, now. Do you understand now?
Yes.
So husband is having full control, Abi, because you acquire and you pay the dowry. Let's say it's 90%. Yes or no? So the side chick, you are not the only one that is there, Abi. There are plenty. So you only have small investment in it. So only 30. Maybe you only bought iPhone. Another person will buy handbag, Abi. Another person will buy a charger. Yeah. 2K.
Exactly.
That is what is meant for. So this is what they have done here. So when you want to consolidate parents, you want to share parents and the family property, Sachi cannot get anything from them. So it's only husband and what? And wife. So you forget about the
I see.
I use that example because yesterday was 14th of February. So that it is still fresh in our mind. Let me snap this. Yes, sir. Okay, so people of God, let's come back. We are done with this now. We all know that if this is 60, NCI is what?
40.
Make it. So this one doesn't have any NCI because there's no even control. So simple and simple. Let's go to the next question.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Just ask your question straight away. I'm with you always, 100% with you. Just ask your question. What's the question?
So,
Equity method.
Sir, please, I have a question.
Just go with it.
If for instance,
Yes.
if for instance the associate, if the parent has control on the associate, if we are consolidating, are we going to
if you are
consolidate
restricting me from a laptop, why should I be doing it on my
for
phone?
the both parents and the two subsidiaries?
I didn't get that. If they have more than one subsidiary, Abi,
Yes, sir.
you will consolidate all the subsidiaries.
Look, exactly.
But that is not in this level. That will be tested when you get to professional level. In professional, you can have 5, 3, 4 subsidiaries, and you consolidate all of them.
But in this level, we just want to.
In this level, it's just one subsidiary, one asset. So they're not going to give you one from the other or ability. But they may test it too.
Because now, of recent, it's now looking like there's always a need for it outside of work environment.
Mr. Ojo, I will remove you from class, so you are disturbing the class. But if you have more than, maybe probably in the exam, they are giving you the more than one
It
subsidiary.
wouldn't have been.
Mr. Ojo, at the
Hello, please mute your mic.
Are we getting that now? Prevention, maybe they give you more than one subsidiary in the you test it and you notice that the control is more than 51, 51. You just add them together the way we do the normal thing.
There's no. She also have access. She also have access now. She will end up doing
Mr. Ojo, Adiola Ojo, mute your mic. Adiola Ojo, mute your mic.
What is wrong now?
Remove him from
We
the class.
cannot upload on
Remove him from the class.
That's the only way. So we can't say that is in the office now. We won't say we should now review access to it. It's another issue again. If we say Dami should log into one of the systems and guide you through the process, is it not an need?
That's the problem. Hello, please.
Help us to mute him.
It's not only Mr. Ojo, they are not.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? This might be the question they are going to test you. Do you understand? So make sure you follow. For example, you have done the group structure for a board. In Lepa is 52. In Okweke is 60. So it means when you want to consolidate, whatever you have for PPE or for Robo, 40, for Lepa, 30, for Peke, 20. You will be adding all those things together.
I mean, that is
if it's up to this percentage.
Okay.
If it's up to 50, if it's up to like 51%, that is when the control starts from. But if it's less than, then you treat them as an associate. Are we good to go now?
And then you calculate goodwill and NCI separate for them.
Yes, separate for them. Then you now add the goodwill together. Whatever goodwill you get under Lepa, whatever goodwill you get under Opeke, you combine them together. That is the total goodwill. So they really balance. Balance of the what did we do? You balance, everything is supposed to be 100. So if the balance of 100 is the non-conforming. So equity method now, we have done our what? We have done our group structure. But I think before we go to this place, we need to do we know our continuous consideration in the question? Was it given? If it is given, let's calculate the goodwill. Computation of goodwill. You have seen so many things now that is happening. We are treating very important topic. We are talking something, doing something else. When the exam now comes, you see yourself. So purchase.
I thought you wanted to do the equity method.
Wanted to do equity method.
Equity method.
Don't worry, let's go this way. When we are done with that, we'll go to equity method. Purchase consideration. What is purchase consideration? What is purchase consideration?
25 million.
For which company?
For Lekpa. For Lekpa.
For Lekpa, because Lekpa is the subsidiary. You can only calculate goodwill for subsidiary. You cannot calculate goodwill for associate. Do you understand? So how much is purchase consideration for Lekpa?
25 million. Yes, sir.
Let's write it in 1,000. We need NCI. It's like our fair value.
Yeah.
What they gave us fair value in the question, Abi? How much is the fair value of non-controlling interest for Lekpa? 10 million.
Yes, 10 million.
That will be 10,000. Look at the question.
No.
Follow.
Multiply by 1.60.
What do you say?
You multiply it by their trading price.
Sure, they did not give you the non-controlling interest in it.
They did not give us
Now,
direct.
controlling interest is value at fair value, full fair value. Lekpa Limited share were traded at
1.60.
The one they gave you was for freehold property. It's wrong.
No, check the last additional.
Non-controlling interest is value at full fair value. Lekpa Limited share were trading at 1.6 just prior to acquisition by Oropo. Are we together? So it means it's going to be 1.60 times. How many shares was acquired?
25. 15 was acquired, I think.
And out of 25, Abi? Yeah. So they have 10 left.
Yes.
So multiply it together, what do you get? That is
16 million.
16 million is the non-controlling interest.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So when you add 41,000 or million, so we go to the net assets of some. Share capital. Share capital for Lekpa is how much? 25 million.
25 million.
After share capital, what next?
Pre-retained earnings.
Retained earnings, pre-acquisition retained earnings.
Equity. Do you see anything like pre-retained earnings there? I mean, the share premium there?
No.
There's no share premium.
There's no share premium.
Only pre-retained earnings. Yes. How much is the pre-retained earning?
5 million. 5 million.
5 million. That's 5,000.
Yeah.
When you have it as 30, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Do we have
Yes,
anything
sir.
like a fair value adjustment?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is 30 million. Then fair value adjustment. Oh yeah, read that part. Let everybody hear. Online. Sorry, for online, so that everybody can.
At the date of acquisition of Lekpa Limited, the fair value of its freehold property was considered to be 10 million naira greater than its value in Lekpa Limited's statement of financial position. Lekpa Limited had acquired the property in January 2013, and the building elements, comprising of 50% of the total value, is depreciated on cost over 40 years.
Thank you. What they are trying to say is that this net asset you are seeing, the fair value should have been more than this. By what? By 10 million naira. Are we getting that now? So it's not 30 initially. The fair value is what? Is more than this by 10 million. And like I said, we only use the fair value, not the carrying amount. This one is the carrying amount. So we use the fair value. They now continue. They said that 10 million naira, that value we are talking about is divided into two. 50% for land, 50% for what? For building. If I want to see it now, I say land and what? And building. It's going to be 5,000.
Yeah.
5,000. Any issue with that? So addition of this will give us 40 million. We'll now take it away from the total. That gives us 1 million or 1,000. That 1,000 is our what? Is there anything like impairment in the question? What do they say about impairment?
Say the goodwill limited is impaired and should be fully written off. An impairment loss of 2.3 million naira is to be recognized on the investment in Okweke. That is Okweke Limited.
So for Lepa, they said the goodwill should be written off, Abi. Yeah. So it's the same thing by saying the impairment loss. I mean the impairment was 1 million naira. Do you understand? Or they can say impairment is 100%. So since impairment is 100%, everything will be written on. It means there's nothing like goodwill. So we'll come back here and say impairment. 1 million. So it means unimpaired goodwill is what? Is 0. So impairment is how much? Is 1,000 or 1 million. How do you treat the impairment? Where are you going to remove the impairment?
From the retained earnings of the parent.
Of who?
The parents.
Of the parents. Are we good to go now? So that's what they have to do. So we have been able to calculate the goodwill of this company. Two months is gone already. If you are not reading by this time, I don't know.
So I have a question.
At this time.
Hello, sir.
Your question and louder.
Okay, on the fair value adjustments, land was not mentioned. How did you come about the land? I know it's 50%, but land wasn't mentioned on that page.
They said the goodwill should be fully written off. It means you should write it off completely. And that is what we have done.
So I'm not talking about the goodwill, I'm talking about the adjustments.
She's talking about the land and building that was separated.
Okay. So what is the question? We don't know how we got the 10 million.
I know how we got the 10 million.
Do you read the question? They mentioned 10 million there.
Yes, I did. I know how we got the 10 million. What I'm asking, how did you know that land is among the 50% that we have to share it? It wasn't mentioned there. I'm seeing building, but I'm not seeing land.
Yeah, let me read it for you. Let me read it for you. That's not what people of God. So listen to me. At the date of acquisition of Lepa Limited, the fair value of freehold property was considered to be what? To be 10 million, greater than its value in Lepa Limited statement of income. It means the fair value is more than what we are stating, and we have to adjust for it. Now, we continue. Lepa Limited had acquired the property in January, and the building element comprises of what? 50% of the total value. Is depreciated at cost over 40 what? 40 years. What they are trying to tell you here is that, look at me, only 50% should be depreciated. The remaining 50% is not part of it. Normally, when you are seeing land, or when you are putting property together, the common property they normally put together is what? Land and building, land and building, land and building, land and building. So now they're not saying, okay, this 10 million naira, 50% is building. So definitely the remaining one is what? Is land. So we want to separate land and building. Before all this IAS 16, you understand? What they normally do is that they will be putting land and building together. But according to IFRS now, we have to separate both so that we'll be able to depreciate the building and then leave the land from depreciation. Do we understand that? That's all the simple truth about it.
Okay, sir.
I think I've snapped this one to the platform. Not yet. Are you sure? How sure are you?
I'm not sure.
It's there now. I will find you 5,000. After this, so we can now go to the equity method aspect. How many minutes do we have for?
5. We have 5 minutes.
Very soon. Equity method. We will start with investment
You can't see the person.
in associates. How much is investment in associates? How much they purchase that? Oh yeah, no time. How much?
12.5 million.
12.5
million.
500. Am I okay like that? Yes. Then share profit. Share profit. The percentage is what? How much was profit of Opeke? How much is post profit of Opeke in the question? Yeah. Huh? How much is the retail earning of Opeke?
9,750,000.
9,750. Huh? Yes. Okay. Do we have this one for them? Is this Abby? Okay.
That's the retained earnings.
Do we have their retained earnings?
Yes.
How much?
Yes.
3.75.
3.75.
Like this.
Giving me yourself, yes.
It's correct now.
Yes.
So it means the post will be what?
That's 6,000.
Are you sure?
6,000. Yeah.
6,000.
Yes.
That. There's no issue, Abby. But this 6,000 is the post profit, right?
Sorry, please, I didn't get that though.
You don't get what? Is it not the same thing we have been doing on pre and post?
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
What is 30% of 6,000? $1,800.
How do you get this many?
Why did you put 180 in the bracket? It should be 6,000.
And you people are just making me to be afraid now. I'm serious though, because I'm not seeing the sign that you people are ready as at now. I'm not seeing the sign yet though. Please, so I cannot be joking. If you are ready, you're ready. New. Are they selling to each other? Is Opeke selling anything to?
Yes.
Selling.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Opeke is selling to who? Opeke is selling to who? You leave that one.
Transfer the need to buy Lepa Limited as cost close 25%.
Opeke is not selling to anyone.
Opeke is not selling.
Opeke is not selling to anyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Orobo is selling to Opeke, Abi?
Yes.
Yes.
Orobo to Opeke.
Yes.
What is the cost?
He said we have 2 million
They
left.
did not give us the cost, but they just
They gave us just 2 million what?
left in inventory.
5 million inventory.
In
2
the
million, that's the
That's the unsold.
That's the unsold, Abi?
Yes.
How much?
Yes.
2 million.
Unsold 2 million, Abi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember, unsold multiplied by markup or margin. What they give us?
Markup 25%.
25%.
Yes.
So that will be
Yes.
20 over 100 plus 25. And since this one is unsold, what do you get when you multiply?
400,000.
400. Do we look at the date as well? Is it up to 1 year that they have invested in these people?
Yes.
A full year?
Yes.
Is a full year?
Yes.
So it means 400. Okay. So it means 400 is unrealized profit, Abi?
Yes.
Between Opeke and who? And Orobo. What is the true treatment for this?
Remove this from consolidated inventory.
Take any of the seller.
Yes.
Take any of the seller.
Yes. You add it to the inventory.
Inventory of the buyer. Do you understand? Retain any of the seller, inventory of the what? Of the buyer. So now that the buyer is what? Associate, you will remove it from here. Because you will not consolidate it. You know you are not consolidating the associate. Assuming you are consolidating now, you don't need to remove from it, you just remove it from the inventory. Do you understand now? So it will come in. That's unrealized profit. Are we getting that now? So how much is it? Why the second leg is going to the seller retained earnings? To unrealized profits. 40, Abi?
Yes.
I should be 120, 30% of 400.
Oh, thank you. So 40% of 400. 30% of 400. 30% of 400. Everything you want to do is the percentage. What do you get when you multiply?
120,000.
20,000.
Yes, sir. 120.
You will less it. Are we getting that gist? Okay. Because this unrealized profit will have affected 1,800. What we're supposed to share is not supposed to be up to 1,800 because there's element of unrealized profit of how much? Of 120. So they are overstating this profit by sharing this. So we are getting it. So what again? They have impairment, Abi. For Peki, how much is that impairment?
2.3 million.
2.3. That will be 3,000. Are we together? What again? What again do we have? What again do we have? Is it 10 o'clock already? 10:05. The PM guys are around you. Oh yeah, what again do we have in that question? I think that's all. That's all. So from here, when you less all this, what do you get? When you add and less all this, what do you get? 5,000, 230. Less dividend. Oh yeah. Is it correct? Online, you are sleeping.
That's 16,000.
16,000.
16,480.
16,480. Then less dividend. Is there any dividend that was paid in the year? Is there any dividend that was paid? No dividend was paid. Yes. So since no dividend was paid, we leave it like that. So the total figure will be this.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Are we adding the impairment loss?
Are we supposed to add the impairment or the total impairment?
Sorry, you jacket it. Impairment, you jacket impairment. What do you get when you jacket it? You jacket it.
11,880.
11,880.
Yes.
All right. Am I right? Online.
Yes, sir.
So impairment, you will remove it. That's all. What you have done here, you will do it to the other what? Orobo. When you get to retain any of Orobo, you do the same thing online. So the video will be uploaded for you to complete it, but now you should be able to complete this question. Do we understand? Where is this one going to? Orobo. It should be added in Orobo. Yes, sir. You jacket it. This one, you jacket it. This one, where is it going to? Non-current assets as investment in what? In associates. You understand that? So it's as simple as that. So make sure you complete the question and send it. If you have depreciation. Yes, if you have depreciation, you calculate depreciation. We have done the one that have depreciation. Like that building, you calculate depreciation and you less it. You understand? Okay, so I'm going to upload the video. By next class, I'm not going to this question. We are going to P or L aspect of group. That is a name for statement of financial position. You can see one aspect is gone. Under 3 weeks, I'm done with P or L. Then we can now focus on real question. Question 1, question 2. Maybe now you won't be a chartered accountant. Don't be joking. So you have to be ready for it. So you have to be ready for it. Now you want charter for